What you think there, little missy? Alright guys, well, this is where we're at. 1966 Chevelle, and get ready to go to I guess I got ready to go drive it a little bit and play. And the heater core decided that it didn't want to hold water anymore. And you know, I've had this car for 40 something years, and heater core, whoever thinks about that? So I decided to investigate, and I honestly, I've never taken a heater core out of a car before. But this is my original one. And what happened was this is where your hose goes in. It pulled out, and it tore it. I don't know if you guys can see it or not, but it tore it right here. And I honestly think if I was in any other part of the country other than where I'm at, Las Vegas, I could have that fixed. Because this is the real deal right here. I mean, let me move this over here where you guys can see. Cause you know, all it is this piece goes in here, and the hoses came in, and it tore it, and that was probably my fault, and you know, not knowing. But this heater core is you know, the real deal. It's not. It's copper. It has some weight. It's not. If I lived back in Louisiana or something, where they have craftsmen that can work on these kind of things, I would, in a heartbeat, I would take it. You know, I mean, a brass tank. I don't know. Is that still a good deal or not? I don't know. I don't think the one that I bought on eBay for I think $50. I think it's aluminum. Probably going to do the same job. You know, I mean, it's too bad that we don't have craftsmen that can still put these things together anymore. You know, of course I'd like to have it boiled out or whatever it is you do. I'm assuming it's the same thing you do to a radiator, but I don't know that. And we just don't have that. But yeah. And I had painted, that's where the monster lives, is right there. And I'd painted it, the box out here, I'd painted it red. You know, trying to keep going with things, and who knew? And there wasn't a gasket. There was like putty, and you could get the putty and do it, and to put it back on, you can get that. But everybody says no, don't do that. At least, you know, on my research on the interweb there, and just get the gaskets. Well, the gaskets cost as much as the heater core. So I went ahead and that's what I did, because this isn't something I want to deal with ever again. It's the first time I've ever had to deal with it in 40 years of owning this car. And man, you got to take the whole car, the fender and everything else basically has to come off because of one bolt. But once you figure your workarounds, because there's workarounds, and once you figure those out, you're good to go. So let me show you the box on the inside of the car. And it seems like it might be a little bit dark in here, so we'll just take it over here. Because I think this is really cool. You know what? I think we're done with the heater core, so we're going to set the box right here. And that's what these are for. These are, that way you don't scratch the patina. So anywho, okay, now we have the heater box, and I'll push it over here. And I was so amazed. My wife, she like, well, it looks like you got a rust bucket there, but yeah, this is kind of how, I sanded it. Is about as good as I can do. Well, I did soak it. I have a bucket right here. And I use this crap right here, and it's, I don't know. I don't like it. I don't dislike it, but it's what I got. So, I washed it in that vat, but there's a heater resistor coil that goes right here, and a piece plugs into it. There's 3 prongs that come out, and they're like, it's like laminated cardboard. Well, I didn't know. I should have taken these off, but I didn't know how deep I was going to go, because once this is inside the car, this is underneath the dash. Your feet are down. Your feet are down here. You're never going to see it. So I'm like, well, how far am I going to go? So I started trying to fab that little insulate. The dilly bobber had the water, the solution out there had dissolved everything, but the unit itself was good. It just melted the cardboard. So I tried to make one of those, and then I kind of got freaked out because, it is a coil, it's a resistor, and how much heat is it? And does it have to be, where it doesn't touch metal? So, I think the word I'm looking for is like phenolic. And so does it need to be something like phenolic? Well, I got no way to do that. I can maybe do layers of lacquer or something like that and come up with my own version of phenolic. But so I looked it up, and online, they're like $20 new. Whether or not it's the same part and it will fit in this and do, it's the resistor for the blower. So okay, so that's that. So you guys are learning just as much as I am, because like I said, you know, all my years of working on, we never, you know, I guess we put antifreeze in their car, and I came from the south, and the water that we had down there was really good water back in the day. So, and the antifreeze was, you know, 100% antifreeze. So, anyways, so now having said all that, all these, this point, and this point is your 3 cables, you know, for your temperature controls for your thing. And most of the levers are broke off on the temperature control. Oh, excuse me, right here. Oh, I said that. So they're broke off, and it's just an aluminum arm, and I'll show you here in just a minute. And those aluminum arms are so crazy. The cost of them, it's stupid. And by design, there's really no way. And I'll probably chase these threads. You know, it's like, where do you stop at? But there's that bolt right there that you have to take the fender off on the 66 Chevelle. That's up where the antenna would be right here. Okay, so that's that. So I'll chase these threads, I'll clean it up, but back to these doors, and I haven't got to the vent controls yet, because on this car, on a Chevelle, the vent controls are stupid money. I mean, they're like, it's just a heater. It's just a heater. It's off and on, and then whatever it is. So the reason why the controls break is because these tips right here, this is where the cables, it's a cable control, and that's where they attach to. And so people, you know, you try to force it. So but check this out. I haven't oiled anything. I can't see the camera that well, so you guys kind of bear with me. And if you've ever ridden in an old car, you're gonna recognize these sounds, but and so the cable is going to be pulling from this way. So look at that. I think I'm gold right there. Okay, and so now we come over here to this one. There's this one here, and it's like on the other side of the moon, maybe, or no, we can't even see it. But I'm assuming it's operating a deflector in here that's sending to the defroster, which is right here, or sending it into the cabin. So, but listen, you hear that squeak? Every time you get in an old car and you have to turn a heater on or whatever, that's what you hear. You hear that. So once I get this painted, I don't know, I'm going to shoot some lithium grease down the hole here. I don't know if it will help. And And you know, I'm just trying to add life to everything here. So, and then there's this one, and this one here is the one that blows out by your feet. But check out how smooth that is. I mean, come on, guys. I'm so happy with this. I'll get it painted up. And you know why stuff lasts so long? It looks like to me the inside of this was galvanized. I don't know that, but that's what it looks like. So there's a little rust in here that I got yet to get, but I'll get this cleaned up, the rust neutralized, and get her spray painted. Now, let me show you on the outside. This is the part that is on the outside of the car. Can you guys see that? Oh yeah, it's pretty dry. I sanded on it for a little bit, and I mean, you know, I'm happy with it. But and look at the fan motor. I tested it, and it turns. I did this yesterday. And so it spins freely. I put 12 volts on it, and oh my God, is it hot. So, but here's the thing. I didn't want the gloss look. I was going for satin. And I can't get gloss paint to look that shiny. So come on, Rust-Oleum fans. What the hell is going on here? Satin? Okay, so, you know, maybe the guy running the label maker was, it was a Friday thing or something. So now, the dilemma is that. So, we'll see what happens. Thanks a lot, guys.